Okay. And the package names for these programs. Okay. Check that you have the specific version of these programs provided by Nix, even if you had any of them already installed. Oh, interesting. So that's like Docker and Docker with nested shell sessions. So this is pinning. What is pure? Pure discards most environment variables set on your system when running the shell. It means that only the Git provided by Nix is available inside that shell. This is useful for simple one-liners, such as in the example. When developing, however, you will usually want to have your editor and other tools around. Therefore, we recommend to omit pure for development environments and to add it only when extra isolation is needed. Interesting. As a source of package declarations. Interesting. Okay, so that's the package provider. Okay, so you've pinned the packages themselves here instead of pinning each individual package, which is interesting. Okay, so we are on the journey here. Reproducible interpreted scripts. Okay. Oh, interesting. I didn't know you can do this with shebang, which is right. UV does this, doesn't it? Where it allows you to specify metadata as part of the command you use. So like, how does this align? If you have this argument, or is this unrelated? This is like an argument to user bin env, and then somehow shebang allows you to invoke additional arguments. Okay, well, I don't know where this comes from. I guess this is like... Is this like custom? Let's find out, I guess. Hmm. Hmm. This feels like a new... thing. Yeah, this is... And then that's a comment, is it? Okay. So anything after this initial shebang directive is proprietary and up to the interpreter. Very interesting. Very interesting. Okay. I never understand when a tutorial has next steps and the next steps are not in alignment in order of what would be next from the table of contents. So it should be declarative shell environments. And then language basics comes way after. Interesting. Okay. So you do need to understand the Nix language. Interesting. I don't understand then why the tutorial wouldn't replace this first if you presume I have a knowledge of this language. Derivations. Precise descriptions of how contents of existing files are used to derive new files. Okay, so it's like a make. Sorry, using the Nix language in practice. Using the Nix language in practice entails multiple things. And then kind of generic topics. Okay, so the Nix language can cover all of these things, or can reference, or requires knowledge of all of these things. Okay. If you're proficient, it's only 30 minutes. Okay. I get what this is saying. This is like every language ever, but this is an interesting way to represent these things. You would think at least to put this to the left and this to the right. I guess it doesn't matter. Top down works too. It's just there's no visual weight to that, and this being off to the left also seems odd. Wonder if we can maybe change. How do I change this? Oh. This is very interesting. So deep focus beats. The community chose house. And we're listening to classical music. What is this? Is this like where we're going next? Well, in any event, use Nix REPL to evaluate Nix. Okay, so let's do that. The Nix language uses lazy evaluation. I see. What is PEP is like process? Or vowel? Or print, I guess. Okay. Use Nix instantiates eval to evaluate the expression in the Nix file. So to like just execute a Nix file? That's so weird. So the result is like a root in order to get a value always. Right, the contents, yes. Oh, it's just explaining how that works. Default.nix, okay. Interesting. So a val is required in order to bubble up a value from whatever, what are they called, expressions? Yeah, expressions. Okay. It's so weird that strict is the same as eager. It should be called eager, I feel like. Isn't that the normal convention? Lazy and eager. There's always like very odd abstractions used between like some of these systems. Node on white space. Okay, so it's like Python. Oh, it's not like Python. What are lexical tokens? Oh, I see. Just like things like this. It's so bizarre to like read coding conventions. These days, I suppose. I also find it odd when like JSON exists. Why would you reinvent another language for data? It feels so silly. Like it just saving that comma is, I don't know, everyone wants to do something different. And like semicolons. Oh, I suppose because comments are supported, so JSON P or JSON C, maybe. I don't know what the comment version of JSON is, but recursive attribute set. That's so weird because you would presume that's a record or something. Is that what it is? What is recursive attribute set? From within the set. Oh, that's so weird. I'm not a fan of that. Unless there's like some really specific thing you can do with that that feels like a block, like a code block with like strict rules about what the code blocks can contain that can be assignments only. Very odd. Elements in an attribute set can be declared in any order and are ordered on evaluation. So weird. Like, is this procedural? If I wrote like 3 equals 2 plus 1. Let's try it. It's so bizarre. So bizarre. Like, so you can have cyclical dependencies. Like, what if I did that? Yeah. Interesting. Oh, so that's gone. Right. We could use A, but not X. It's weird. I don't know how much of this I really need to understand in this very specific way. I feel like a lot of it, because it's changing a lot of like why couldn't this just be JavaScript or anything? I don't know, Rust, whatever language, Go, I don't know. Like what unique comes from this? Or what unique benefit rather comes from this? Seeing like that bugs me. So like attr set is an attribute set, and then recursive attribute set isn't called recattr set, or you weren't consistent with like the naming of attribute sets. This just doesn't reference the fact that it's an attribute set at all. It only references the fact that it's recursive. I don't know why people make up new stuff, and then the things they make up are not consistent. Like, this should be called nothing if you were to go by recursive attribute sets. With so it's like destructuring. Or scoping. Like you've scoped global to A, I guess. With this equals to A, I guess, is what that's doing. Inherit. Where's the house music? Now it's loud. This like is broken, I feel like. Yeah, this is very broken. Okay. How much more of this? Inherit. It is for convenience to avoid repeating the same name multiple times. Oh, that's so weird. Oh, that's so gross. Like in JavaScript, can't you just do X, comma, Y? And now the destructuring looks like weird. Like maybe if you use with. I don't like this. I don't like reinventing all the syntax for all these things that we have perfectly good syntax for. And then you have to like think about things differently for this language. Like, what does this do now? Inside let expressions. So you're inheriting from a literal the values x, y. Cool. Previously known as anti-quotation. The value of the next expression. So I'm super negative right now. I like the idea of this so much that it really bugs me when like things are not straightforward. I guess I should say that first. Is Nix is great. I'll probably learn all these little idiosyncratic like elements of their language, and over time it'll be fine. It's just if you've learned this through a bunch of different languages, it feels like you're just working really hard. And this isn't the value of Nix, the language you use for your settings files, or your Nix files, I guess. Can be inserted into a character. Oh, it's just a string template. And they called it anti-quotation, did they? Oh, you can't even do expression? Or there's no type coercion? Wait, did they use a function? No, they didn't here. Do they use functions with strings? Like, can you do string? Oh, well, let's try it. Oh, how do I do, okay. Okay, so you can use expressions. How is this deep focus? And don't use either of the conventions, triple quotes or backticks. Use 2 single quotes. It's like you're just trying to be different. There's no reason why any of these things need to be like, because then you have to think, oh, does Nix do backticks? No. Does it do triple? No. It does 2. For some random reason. It's so silly. So frustrating. What? Why is it always really frustrating to read documentation for me? Okay, that's fine, that's fine. Why wouldn't I just do one dot? Where does it say relative path? Need, whatever. Two, oh, I see. Denotes the parent directory, but like, what if it was 2 dots? That's not a relative path. Yeah, that. Okay. Angle bracket syntax. Is that not a variable? Why is that not just a variable? No one's ever needed that. Ever. Okay, functions. Great, they use the really obtuse syntax. Named attribute set argument. What does that mean? Oh. Why is that different? Why isn't it just A, B? Like, why isn't it just args? I hate this part of programming. This is not okay. Is there a way to like print that? I guess not. Right, it's just you have to invoke it. Okay. Okay. Pretty done with this. Curried functions. Derivations are at the core. You'll probably never encounter. Sorry, where am I seeing? Oh, that is a value, which is a derivation. Is an attribute set with a certain structure. Oh, I see, okay. So it has a toString, is what they're trying to say. Okay, so I feel like I have a decent enough understanding, a rudimentary understanding of the Nyx language. And it is 9 o'clock. That was... Yeah, this is like this is like scripts. Okay, anyways, hopefully it gets better. I'm sure it will. Thanks for watching.